Hello, stamp fans. This is Akiko Sudano in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And let me see myself get set up here. Oops, turn that off. There we go. Okay, I think I'm ready to start. How are you? It's a beautiful day in Pennsylvania today. We've got some sun and it's nice and crisp and cool. And I have, oops, I need to turn this off. There we go. And it's a cool day, and I need some thank you cards. And so I decided I wanted to, I've been playing around with this stamp set called Pop of Petals, and I decided let me try to make a thank you card with this. And I went on Pinterest and I found a design by a stamper called Tammy Beard, and she has a blog called StampinSavvy.com, and so I borrowed her design, and she and because I really liked it. I don't remember what colors she used, but it was the layout and the stamps of the Pop of Petals, where this is basically all stamping, and then on this one I used the punch there, but it's not real fancy in terms of a lot of die cuts, but it's really pretty. It's basic and it's really pretty, and I think it's something that beginning stampers could probably replicate really well, pretty easily. This is the Pop of Petals stamp set, and it's got a lot of different kinds of 4-petal flowers, and you can see they're all very graphic and different feels to them, and it's just really pretty. And then I've been dying to use, I love the fonts on this Love What You Do stamp set, and I decided I wanted to use this thank you font because that is just so pretty, I think, and it's so up to date. It's a font I think that you're going to find a lot of in different in different scripts and stuff. So that's what I'm using today. And so when I was trying to do this, I was trying to figure out different color combinations to use. And I started out with some retired colors, and then I wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, and so I just tried different color combinations. I'm the type of person that I need to see a visual of something before I can really know how to go with it. And what I wanted to do was go with the Mango Melody flower, and I wanted something with a fall feel, so that's why I tried with Rich Razzleberry, and I wasn't very happy with this. This is Old Olive, and I need to get a new Old Olive stamp pad, and I felt like these are kind of washed out, and so I wasn't happy with that. This was Garden Green, and then this is the Mossy Meadow, and I felt like this was just a little bit too, it was hard to see with that. So I decided to go for my final example. I decided to use the Real Red on the speckled flower and go with the Mango Melody, and then go with the Garden Green. And I felt like, well, that has kind of a Christmas feel, and that's appropriate for this season because we're doing a lot of Christmas cards. But when I added the Mango Melody card base, it just made it more tropical than Christmas. So I think I'm happy with the way this turned out with the colors and everything. But so I want to try something different, so I think for today's card I'm going to go back to the Rich Razzleberry, and then this time try it with the Mossy Meadow leaves instead. So we'll see how that comes out, and then on the inside I just have some more flowers stamped, some more flowers and leaves stamped, and then I did the envelope with a similar theme like that. So we're going to start by stamping the flowers here. So I'll put this aside, and I'll put these different examples aside too. Go ahead and start stamping. And I'm going to put this piece of paper down because we're going to be doing a lot of stamping often. I don't want to mess myself up. So first I'm going to go with the Mango Melody and use this stamp and stamp the flowers in stamp 3 flowers kind of in an arc sort of thing here. The thing about trying with different colors and trying different shapes when you're freehand stamping like this, I find it very therapeutic because you try something and then, oh, yeah, I like it, or oh, no, I don't like it quite as much. But it also gives you a little bit of a placement. Well, should I turn it this way, or should I turn it more this way, and that sort of thing. Oh, should I move this up higher, further to the right or left? And that's kind of a good thing. So there's one. And then the second one, oops, let's make sure we have good coverage. That was another thing that I found is that you kind of get a good sense for how you're getting coverage. So that one is kind of going in this direction. So let's make this kind of go more up and down like that. And this set of 4 petals, there's a lot of different movement because each of the petals is going kind of in a different direction. And so you get a lot of different effects. Now this one we're going to stamp off the paper here. And there. So we've got 3. Now I want to make sure I stamp one extra one. So I have a little scrap paper here. And I think I want to stamp it this way. And we'll stamp it down on the scrap paper. And then we'll cut it out, and so that we can pop it on top of this one when we're done. Okay, so we're done with that stamp, and I'm going to put this away. One of the problems that I found was that I get so caught up with my stamping that I forget about what color stamp pad I'm supposed to be using and stamp the wrong, like stamping the leaves in the color that I'm supposed to stamp the flowers in, or vice versa, stamping my flowers in green. So, oops, that needs a little bit more coverage. Now, this particular stamp has got a lot of area that gets inked, so you want to be careful and look at it and make sure you've got good coverage. So this one, let's put this about right here, in between here. You want to make sure you've got good coverage so that you get a good, crisp image. You can move it around. Let's stick this one here, and then we'll put one more in the corner over there. Want to make sure that we have room for our leaves. I think that the rich razzleberry will stand up nicely to the mossy meadow. As I look at this, this is coming out very, very dark, which I think is good. But see how easy it is to do and how quickly it comes together? And one more down here in the corner. Yeah, there. And it gets very, very messy because clean things off, stamp them off, clean them up, and then we'll put this away. And we will use Mossy Meadow for the leaves. Let's see how that goes. This is the first time I've actually seen the Mossy Meadow with this combination. And, okay, this leaf is also a very, very dense one, so you want to make sure you've got good coverage with your ink, that everything is the stamp is completely covered. And it's pretty good to do with the rubber stamp. So this will put one right here. I think that's okay. I think the Mossy Meadow is going to be okay. Move it around. So my question is, with the Mossy Meadow, is it going to have more of a fall look? Because that was what I was originally aiming for, was to get some fall-looking not Christmas cards, fall-looking thank you cards. And just stamp it around, moving them in different directions, and going ahead and going off the page. Let's put this one right here. Let's make it go up. And then a little one in this corner up here. And then maybe one more down here. How do we want it to go? Let's make it go down here. Stick that stem in between. There we go. That one I could have used a little bit better coverage, but it'll be okay. Handcrafted items always have just a little bit of a boo-boo, and it's okay, it's fine. That's how you know that it's handcrafted. Okay, so we'll put this away, and then let's do the thank you. So I decided to use my Stamparatus. I've got dog hair all over my plate paper here. That's not good, because it ends up giving me boo-boos. Because the dog hair gets ink on it and gets real messy. Okay, so I'm going to use the Memento black ink to do my, and I think I'll do that with this one as well. And the Memento black isn't quite as juicy as the Stampin' Up stamps are. And so I'm going to use the Stamparatus just in case I have to double stamp it. And I'll put the thank you up here. I think that one of the things is that we want to make sure that the Mango Melody is light enough so that the thank you can be seen through that, but in the Tuxedo Black. So by using the Stamparatus, we'll be able to stamp over it again in the same place in case we end up with something that's not quite dark enough. And I think for our greeting, we definitely want to make sure that that pops, that we have a good strong statement with that. So we can do it a couple of times in the same place without moving. And see how that's a little bit, so we can cover that up by stamping it again, and maybe even 3 times if we need to. This way we get a nice, a solid image. There we go. See, that's nice and thick and solid. That's good. So let's put our Stamparatus away and put our ink away. And I don't think we need, well, yeah, we will, because we'll need to stamp the, well, let's put it away for now, and we can bring it out when we go to stamp the envelope and when we go to stamp the inside panel. Or maybe we'll just let's go ahead and stamp the inside panel now. So for the inside panel, we want to put a Mango Melody in the middle, and then put some leaves and then the rich raspberry flower on the end as well. So let's start with our Mango Melody. And we're using this stamp. So let's ink it up. And check and see. Yep, we've got good coverage there. And stamp it on the bottom. Just one. That's okay. Then we'll cover this, put it away. Bring out the Mossy Meadow for the leaf. Check the coverage. We're good. Make this one go like that. Oops, that one I should have gone up and down, but that's okay. There. And rich raspberry for the last flower. A little bit more. Nice, good coverage. Yeah, let's put them right there. There. I think that's nice. Okay. We just have one little boo-boo there, and that's from rocking the stamp instead of just letting it sit, but it's okay. All right. Next thing that we need to do is we need to punch our extra flower out. So I have our 4-petal flower punch, and put it in, line it up. And I love punches, and it just takes some patience to make sure that I've got them lined up so that I've got the image centered properly. On the punch. There we go. That looks good. Okay. All right, so we're finished with our punch. And I'm going to move this away. Gotta move that out of the way so I don't get messy ink on something else where I don't want it. So then what we want to do is give the flower even more movement. So we just take our bone folder and curl the ends of the flower. And this is pretty simple because it's only got 4 petals. So just kind of curl it. And then we'll add some glue dots. And I'm using 3 of them. Kind of put them on the center. Get good coverage. There. Looks good. And then we'll put it on this flower, but we'll put it so that the petals on the top flower that we are doing, that we curled, are kind of in between, so that it kind of offsets it like that. That's good. Yeah, I think that the Mossy Meadow does look a lot better with the rich raspberry than it did with the here's my previous example. Then with the real red, it just seems like it wasn't strong enough, but it really looks good, and this has more of a fall feel. So then I'm going to take one of these faceted gems, and what I did was I used Sharpie to color them. I tried, I do know that like this one I colored with my basic black Stampin' Blend, and I do know that they can be, because of this particular one, because it's got the whatchamacallits, can be bad for your tips on your Stampin' Blends. So it's not always recommended to do that. Oops, I left the sticky on that one, so I'm going to try pulling this one off. Come on. Let's get that and put that in the center. And then press it down. There. So now we are ready to assemble the card. And we'll put, oh, you know what? I have a boo-boo here. I'll talk about that when I get there. Ooh, I love that. I love the Mossy Meadow with the Mossy Meadow mat. So I'm going to just use my liquid glue to do this. To go ahead and adhere that, and I can put this aside because I don't need that anymore. And center my image on my mat. Move it over, play with it. That looks good. Press it down. There. Now we'll add some more, and we're not gonna put this up with dimensionals. We could do that, but just wanted a simple thank you card. So we'll just leave it flat. Move it over. I just love that there's so much play and forgiveness with the liquid glue. That's not straight. It's a little low, but it's okay. There. I like that. I really like the Mossy Meadow with the rich razzleberry, and then the touch of Mango Melody lightens it up because these are both strong dark colors, and it works well. And then put the inside together. Let's be a little bit more careful with this one. Lift up my card. And then position it down. Yeah. There. So what I had done was I originally was going to make this card because I put a little, just a little bow on here, and I was going to make this card with the garden green instead of the Mossy Meadow, although I really like the way the Mossy Meadow came out. But the garden green, I don't think it looks quite as good with the Mossy Meadow, and I don't have any ribbon that's Mossy Meadow, and the only raspberry ripple ribbon that I have is something that's retired, and so I can't use it. But you know what? I think it looks fine without it. So we're going to leave this one without it, and let's just go and finish off the envelope. So we'll have two thank you cards that we've pulled together. First, let's do the Mango Melody flower first. And it's always good to have an example of what you got. And remember, we'll remember to go straight up and straight down, not twist it around. Just a little angle. That's good. Good. And put it away. And do our leaves in Mossy Meadow. And go straight up and straight down. Oops, make sure you have good coverage. That's better. Let's do it this way. Make this leaf go up like that. And make this one go out like that. Because you can make it go any way. I guess I did it again. Look at that. Well, that's okay. I forgot my other paper. And then let's do our rich raspberry, finally. So they match. The envelope matches. Oh, I was going to stamp the flower in the Mossy Meadow. Oh my goodness. Getting a rush. I get distracted. If I make a mistake, then I get so distracted and so upset about the mistake that I forget what I'm doing. It's not good. Oh well. Okay. So, and then we'll put the rich raspberry flower up here, kind of like this. Put it down, up and down. There. That looks nice. Okay, so we got a couple little boo-boos from not going straight up and straight down. Put everything away so we can take a look at our final product. Get that cleaned up. Okay, so here's the card that we did today. I like that. Sometimes you just don't know how something is the color combinations, how they're gonna work out until after you see them, until after you've actually done it. And so play with your stamps and play with the different thing, play with things and see this thank you is a little bit higher than this one, and that's okay too. This one it covers more of the flower, and that's fine. And this one is a little lower, and it's got the bow, and it's a little squeezed there, but that's fine. And then the flower, the main thing that makes it pop is the dimensional flower with the faceted gem in the center there. And then of course it's got, if you've got decorated envelopes, it's always beautiful. So that's my card for today. I hope you liked it, and just something a little different when we're all focused on getting Christmas cards done and getting ready for Thanksgiving, because it is November and the weather's starting to get cool. So that's what I have for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm happy with how it came out with the Mossy Meadow and with the rich raspberry. Two really nice colors. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.